because we have too much debt. As a country, we have too much debt, and we have to start making money, because I consider deficits, and a lot of people disagree. They say a deficit doesn't mean anything. You've heard that. They say deficits don't mean anything. Well,
this is true. When you're the United States and you print the global reserve currency, it is true that you can field like essentially unlimited debt. I'm not a modern monetary theorist, and I think a lot of them are cranks, but like, there are literally no consequences to us holding debt. A huge amount of the debt that this country holds is to itself or to institutions within the United States. If other countries hold our debt, that means they're invested in our dollar staying strong. The debt is in USD. If the dollar ever weakens, the debt becomes less valuable. Therefore, the fact that we have all these mutual trade relationships, the fact that so many countries hold debt in the United States means they're all invested in our economic well-being. Bro, you added $8 trillion to the deficit? Yeah, that's the only good thing Trump ever did.
How critical is an issue is the national debt, and how specifically?
Not at all. If anyone ever tells you they're worried about the national debt, you can discount their opinions immediately. I'm not joking. I'm not being hyperbolic or facetious. If anyone fearmongers about the national debt to you, you can just ignore them. What consequences has our national debt brought in your lifetime? Think. Not potential future consequences, not, oh, I saw somebody on like rumble.com fearmongering over it or whatever, not a guy who's like selling gold or whatever. What consequences? None. Literally none. It's fine. If anything, it's a benefit because it means more people are interested in the long-term economic security of the United States, because again, if we defaulted on that, everyday Americans think the national debt equals we're going to have loan sharks come after us. Yeah, because and this has been Republican messaging for decades, the idea that the national budget is just like a household budget. It's not. It's not even remotely the same. In fact, not only is it not, there's no relationship between the two. There's none at all. They're completely dissimilar things, tied together only by the fact that both of them have budget in the word. That's it.
Would you try to bring that down if you're reelected?
Well, the way you bring it down is through...
Wait, hold on, I'm sorry. My insane econ teacher was telling us about our share of the national debt. Anyone who says that any individual has a share of the national debt is economically illiterate, and the fact that that was an econ teacher of yours should be, like, disbarring for them. Sorry, what do I mean for them? For him. I know what type of people do this. Okay? That's insane. Your teacher was an idiot. Yeah, they love showing the, like... U.S. debt clock. Secret window. Oh, we're like gamifying it. I get it. Oh my god. Oh my god, guys, did you know that did you know that it costs money to run the most powerful and prosperous nation in the history of the world? Did you know that costs money? Oh my god. I like how they've got a section here for like the dollar to gold ratio, because you know exactly what these people are concerned with. Like a fifth of our federal budget is just debt. Isn't that a problem? What do you mean our fifth of our federal budget is just debt? What is that? That's not what debt is. You mean is deficit? Like we're overspending and 1/5 of our federal budget is from the deficit spending? Isn't that, if that is what you're saying, then that is not an issue. We pay interest? Yeah, that's what debt is. You pay interest. Who is that interest going to? Like everyone, basically, because everyone holds a share of US debt because we're the global superpower and we have economic ties everywhere. A lot of American citizens. Genuine question: if the U.S. can sustain much larger debt/deficit, why aren't there any massive tax cuts? Why would you want that? That would probably be very popular and economically beneficial. Tax cuts are not beneficial at all. They're the opposite of that. You want money. We don't tax nearly enough. We should be taxing substantially more than we do. Like massively more than we do. To everyone, including you. If you're making $0 a year, the IRS, they're coming for your Xbox. They're coming for your PS4. Vaush, we're paying $1 trillion a year in interest, and we receive about half that back in debts owed to us. Shouldn't those values be about equal? Not necessarily. At all. I mean, I guess it would be kind of satisfying in like an autistic, I made everything line up sort of way, if the revenue that we got from interest in debt we hold in others equaled the amount of interest we have to pay in debt others hold in us, but I don't think those numbers have to necessarily align. I'm not literally saying you can spend infinity money with no consequences. I'm saying that deficit spending is just not an issue, you know? It's not. I think that we should pay back the debt and the deficit, but like, pay back the debt, you know, lower the deficit, or ideally have a surplus if we could, but it's not something we need to fearmonger over. It's a fiddly little number that we need to tweak and adjust over time. And frankly, the only way to get there is with massive tax hikes, which I support. you know? I flatly reject any fear-mongering about the debt or deficit or whatever else, because overwhelmingly it is used as an argument for like isolationism or protectionism, or, oh yeah, no, we have to keep the military budget as it is, but we have to roll back the social spending. I know how people weaponize this, you know? Yeah, it's always austerity politics. Never for the military, never for the contractors.